This project is under the radar. The future of DeFi is the future of human money, and we are seeing the first real killer application beyond the concept of ICOs themselves. You may want to get in before others find out about it. Hi everybody, this is Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profits. This DeFi project deals with some of the problems that plague other DeFi projects and plague projects that are built on the Ethereum platform. And that's to do with the issue of front running. I'm going to say what front running is and how this project deals with front running, and also how, if you want to find out more, where to go to find out more and get involved and do your own due diligence. This is CoinMarketCap, and they have a list of DeFi tokens by market capitalization. The last 24 hours have not been good for DeFi projects, because they've all taken, most of them have taken a bit of a dip, but nevertheless, look at this, right? Chainlink, $15.92. Yearn Finance, $30,432.99. One of those tokens is more expensive than Bitcoin. And then Aave at 0.685 of a dollar, and this was like pennies at the beginning of the year. So it has really been a real growth area for cryptocurrencies. And what DeFi is essentially decentralized finance. So a lot of the banking functions in terms of lending and borrowing is now being done over smart contracts. But there are problems with the smart contracts. And the problems is, one of the problems is that of front running. Now, what do I mean by front running? Well, before I tell you that, right, I'm going to let you know a little bit about TOKENMETRICS, and I have an affiliate link in the description below. And this uses artificial intelligence and human intelligence to allow you to find the top cryptocurrencies for you to hodl or trade over a daily period, a weekly period, a monthly period, 3-month period, a year-long period. They have a whole set of indices. They have a team that does lots and lots of research into them. And it certainly helped me pick out a few under the radar gems. I mean, don't you wish you discovered some of these before anybody knew about it? You know, like, for example, I'm lucky enough that I bought some Aave in 2017 that I held on to. So if you want to find out great projects like that, use my link in the description below to get 7 days free trial so you can check it out for yourself. Also, please subscribe, follow me on Twitter, CryptoRichYT, click the notification bell. If you're watching this on YouTube, well, look, come over to BitTube. Come on over to BitTube. You get to earn Tube tokens if you register for their airtime module, and you don't have to deal with YouTube censorship. Front running is the practice of executing trades using inside information or high-speed computer programs. So if you know, for example, that a particular stock is going to get sold, or there's going to be a news announcement about a particular stock that's going to be really, really bullish for that stock, and you get wind of that information before anybody else, then what you can do is you can buy that stock if it's going to be bullish, or you can short it if it's going to be bearish before anybody else does. Now, in the US and in the UK, this is illegal because it puts at disadvantage smaller players who don't have access to those sorts of resources. It's also done in high frequency trading, where really, really fast computers are able to front run other trades and therefore capitalize on the spread, on the difference between the trades, especially because if they have access to the order book. Now, this happens with Ethereum because it's a transparent blockchain. People can see the pending transactions. If you're a large player, you're able to pay really large gas fees in order to front run trades that you know are coming. And what that does, it promotes centralization of profits and funds, and it goes against the whole ethos of decentralization. Now, there's a particular project which is all about decentralization. It is CPU mineable, and the algorithm is geared in such a way that GPUs and FPGAs have no advantage on mining those on those systems. And it's ASIC resistant. So if it's CPU mineable, it's really, really centralized. I'm mining it and staking it on a spare laptop that I have in the house. Minimal electricity cost, and I'm doing well with it. It also had a fair launch, no ICO, no pre-mine, no development, no team fund or anything like that. Entirely community-based. And this project is under the radar. You may want to get in before others find out about it. Protocol improvements to realize the potential of DeFi. Now, this article is from City AM. City AM is a paper that's published every weekday. It caters to the City of London crowd, and the bankers and the financial world, and also people in Canary Wharf. And on Tuesdays, it has a special section on cryptocurrencies. And this is an article from the Tuesday section, and I have a link to this in the description below. Are you ready for the future? Varus coin. That's right. If you're a regular subscriber, you'll know that I cover Veriscoin quite a lot. As decentralized finance, aka Defi, emerges as a blockchain killer app with burgeoning demands, hopeful yield farmers, cross-system ecosystem liquidity, and a massive inflow of capital, we would all be wise to heed lessons of the past. Centralization of financial systems occurs alongside a massive battle over who can front-run who. Whether the front running is in the form of who has the advantageous access to information or who has the benefit of seeing the order book last and influencing it before all orders have been executed, centralized financial markets are run by those with the most advantage. Decentralized finance simply means that financial systems that operate with no presumptive center, no controlling institution, no centralized group of beneficiaries with an unfair advantage in the system's operation. Ideally, decentralized systems are permissionless, secure, fair protocols that anyone can contribute to in exchange for a chance to earn and which benefit from increased user participation. If in any system a small number of self-reinforcing, centralized de facto beneficiaries can figure out how to gain an advantage in controlling the system, such an advantage threatens the reality of true decentralization. Now, this advantage happens in the fiat money world, big time. Apart from front running, there's also the Cantillon effect, which although this article doesn't say, I think Veriscoin addresses the Cantillon effect. So what is the Cantillon effect? So whenever new money is produced, whoever gets that money first has the most advantage. And in the fiat system, who gets the money first? Well, the banks, because they're the one that produce it. The banks and other big players, other big financial institutions. And then they're able to allocate that money, that fiat, in a way that benefits them the most, while the rest of us, we kind of wait for little trickle-down handouts. Now, Veriscoin, because of its CPU decentralized mining, also does away with the Cantillon effect. And this article says how it's going to does away with front-running on the Ethereum blockchain. So as the Ethereum DeFi transaction volume approached $10 billion this July, driving a total transaction volume of $12 billion on the Ethereum network, publishers of the research paper Flashboys 2.0 and website frontrun.me analyzed the Ethereum blockchain's vulnerability to front running and proved that significant amounts of money can be made by miners acting in pure self-interest via front running. For example, if a miner places a buy transaction just before another large buy transaction and a small sell transaction just after, they can extract some amount of profit via the difference between their buy and their sell caused by the buy between and its effect on the price. I mentioned this earlier. They can do this because the order book is transparent. They can see what's coming. Today's highest volumes DeFi applications built using the Ethereum virtual machine and its model of interacting serially executed contracts, so one by one, linear, experience some amount of this behavior today. And though the exact cost to honest market participants remains unclear, this extraction, estimated by some to be millions of dollars annually, and much less than what it could devolve to, reduces the efficiency of the most common DeFi solutions, incentivizing the de facto centralization of control by sophisticated rent-seeking, possibly colluding participants. As capital continues to search for better DeFi solutions, Ethereum fees continue to climb to levels that price out more pedestrian dApp uses altogether. And increasingly, DeFi systems are both taking the bulk of today's blockchain oxygen and at the same time becoming inaccessible to smaller participants or transactions due to exorbitant minimum fees and associated costs. In the Verus project's DeFi solution, running in various forms on testnet since last year and nearing mainnet release, we have worked to address front-running and cross-system interoperability, get this, through a protocol that simultaneously solves many transactions at once in each block, effectively removing the concept of a front or a back in the order of those transactions. So if I think of it linearly, right, there's this one transaction that's going to happen before this other transaction that's going to happen before this one and before this one and before this one. But if I come along, I'm a miner, and I'm like, I can see what orders are taking place, and I can afford to pay very large gas fees, then I can get ahead of this transaction. And then I can take advantage of what they're going to be doing and accrue some profits to myself. Veriscoin doesn't allow you to do that. Instead of it being linear in each block, all of them at once in a block. So if you think each fingernail represents a transaction, they all happen at the same time, not at the application layer, not on top of the protocol, but actually at the protocol level. Now, in addition, the Verus DeFi protocol is part of a multi-currency, multi-blockchain, interoperable protocol referred to in the Verus Vision paper from June 2018 as Public Blockchains as a Service, or PBAS. Now, here's some of the things that VerusCoin can do, right? And there's even more that they can do that just boggles my mind. Verus introduces identity and names, multiple currencies, multiple blockchains, and reserve or fractional relationships between currencies, both native and token, as first-class concepts in the Verus blockchain consensus protocol. The Verus DeFi protocols, this is a DeFi project, include a cross-currency and also cross-chain export, import, and conversion capability that can be implemented on other blockchains, and which combine cryptographic proofs and incentives to encourage maximum efficiency of both conversion and cross-chain export-import operations. A lot of the DeFi projects, they have replaced lending and borrowing. You can put some collateral, take a loan against that collateral, or you can lend out some of your crypto, earn interest on that over a smart contract, decentralized. What VerusCoin has done, I'm sure it's going to be able to do that, but it's also created the concept, the ability to create currencies, banking on the blockchain, decentralized. Since conversions are solved simultaneously in each block of transactions, these protocols ensure fair and common prices to all market participants in each block. At that level of protocol, there is no front to run. So if you think of the fingernails as transactions all happening at the same time, and the thumb is a great big miner, really powerful miner. Well, one, it's not possible on the Verus blockchain because it's CPU mining. Well, you might have a more powerful CPU, but it's not possible for the thumb miner here to know about these big orders and then front run them. They all happen at the same time. As DeFi usage grows, the debates of a solution to front running blockchain congestion and rising fees intensify, with a great deal of effort going to solve front running without questioning the design patterns of the Ethereum platform. I would argue, says Mike Totongi, who wrote this, that the only real barrier to more efficient DeFi systems is that the industry is attempting to build robust, practical, and DeFi systems at the application level rather than providing common systems level DeFi protocols that can be used in the consensus layer itself. So you got the Ethereum blockchain, you've got dApps built on top of it, and a lot of the dApps are trying to find solutions to high gas fees and front running at the application layer. Meanwhile, everybody's waiting for Ethereum 2.0 because one of the things that will do is reduce gas fees. While that's going on, VerusCoin has solved the problem of front running, and it has very, very low fees, by the way, at the at the protocol layer, as the consensus layer. So it doesn't require any different applications to go ahead and do that and come up with their own solution. The solution at the platform layer, the protocol consensus layer, applies to all the applications that are built on it. Now, this last paragraph to me expresses the whole ethos behind the VerusCoin project. The future of DeFi is the future of human money, and we are seeing the first real killer application beyond the concept of ICOs themselves. So DeFi is the first real killer application since ICOs. Even so, the DeFi systems most used today have significant room for improvement. We, the cryptocurrency industry, must go beyond finding new ways to profit and build solutions to known front-running exploits, improve interoperability across networks, and focus on maximum fairness in protocols. We are experiencing an incredible time in history, and it is our collective opportunity to realize a human benefit that could eclipse the growth of the internet as it connects the world's flow of capital itself directly to the public through decentralized self-sovereign networks. Now, there is so much more to VerusCoin than this article covers, and I will continue to cover this project. I do hold VerusCoin. I think it's a fabulous project. I invite you to go and find out about it. Go join the Discord group, ask questions, look through the white paper and the vision paper on the website, links in the description below. And between now and when I see you next, you better keep filling your pockets with crypto profits. This is Crypto Rich signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.
I want to keep to myself, especially when it comes to my personal data online. I really don't want any hacker snooping on me, so I use NordVPN.